His arrival, when he was away, some people were speculating he might have gone on exile. It is better, as far as I am concerned, for him to fight from within, not from without. Now that he is here, we are looking forward to his being sworn in on October 1. He worked for the election, he won, he deserves to be sworn in. It will be injustice to deny him the opportunity of ruling when he has actually won an election. So that is my view. I welcome him back.
What do you think should be done next now? What do you think should be the next step?
Well, that is where the problem is. I cannot really say where we are heading to. There are no two ways. If somebody has won an election, he should be sworn in. Because in this country, for us to ensure peace now, we should not appear to be divisive in our approach to political issues on the basis of ethnicity and so on. So I am looking forward to his being sworn in.
Okay, in case this did not materialize, do you support his being involving himself in the next election to recontest or whatever?
Well, for him to get involved in another election will be an exercise in futility. It is almost certain those who were behind the nullification of the election will make sure he doesn't win. So I would advise him, if this attempt fails, he should for now stay outside. He shouldn't participate in a future election.
What's your view about the interim government?
Well, the interim government, I don't see it succeeding because the way things are, they are having a lot of opposition, and justifiably so. So we cannot reject a valid election and then accept an interim arrangement. People who were not elected by us, people whom we did not vote for. We voted for somebody, let that person come in and rule.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
What, in your own view, is the implication of Abiola's return to the country?
Well, he's one of the people we have said I voted him. My family did the same. I think nearly 80% of the entire population of this country did. So he's our man. We want him as the president of the nation, that's all.
What do you think should be done next?
Wow, he should form his cabinet. That's the next thing. He should form his cabinet, and we the masses will be behind him to defend that cabinet to the last. That's all.
Okay, in case he's not sworn in or he does not get there, do you support a fresh election for him to recontest?
Which fresh election? Which in this country? No way. What we have said and what is needed to be done is that he, as a man that has been elected by millions of people, we don't even want anybody to swear him in. The masses that voted him are still ready, even now, as I'm talking to you, they are still ready that they want him sworn in as the president of the country called Nigeria. We don't need any chief justice, we don't need anybody. The masses says they want him, and that's what should be done.
Okay, a while ago you said he should form his own cabinet.
Pardon?
A while ago you said he should form his own cabinet.
Yes.
That would mean two cabinets. You know, we have
President,
one
we don't
already.
have government. Where is the government? We don't have government now. Where is it?
What do you think is the implication if we have Abiola's cabinet and we have another one in Abuja?
Which other one are you talking about? I only know that we have a president-elect that the masses says should be sworn in very soon. I don't know the government you are talking about now. We don't have government as at now. Even when Bangida was there, that wasn't the government by the people. The people says they want Abiola, and Abiola should come, and he should be there.
Thank you very much.
Thank
What in your own view is the implication of Abiola's return to the country after 2 months?
The implication?
Yes.
It doesn't have any implication now. The people really, they voted for him. They want him to be in the government and do something for them. So actually, as he returned to the country now, people really welcome it. So the best bet now is to give the government to him and let him continue, because people really, a lot of sovereign people will, that one will end that way if you take up the government.
In case he is not, he's not there, or in case he doesn't get there, as you said now, do you subscribe to a fresh election for him to recontest or whatever.
That election that's all is a dangerous. It's very dangerous to the country. If there is, once people have already voted for him, his best bet is to give him the government. You see, that would be the best bet. And people now have already supported him worldwide, both east, west, and all tribes supported him.
Okay, supposing he forms his own government, what do you think is the implication of this? If he forms his own government in Lagos, and then we have an interim government in Abuja.
No, the best bet is for that interim man to give him the government and let him rule the country as a whole. We don't require any interim at all. As this interim got up, there's no changes at all in the country. You don't see any changes at all in the country. So the best bet is to give him the government. Let him rule us.
Thank you. No, I will.
What is the day?
Okay, what is your own view on the return of Chief MKO Abiola to the country?
To the country, I want make it just do the thing better. But those Fidie who they put there, make they just remove them, because make this country just good for us. And those children who they not go school, make they just go school and know it's better. I don't know how they do it.
Okay, sir, what is your own view about the return of Chief MKO Abiola to the country?
My own view is that his return to Nigeria proved that democracy can exist in Nigeria if it's being taken as the president of Nigeria. Democracy, that is government of the people, by the people, for the people, which is democracy.
What do you think should be done next?
The next thing is for the interim ING to vacate for the usual presidents, elected president for June 12th, which all people are so much interested.
Okay, a fresh election has been slated for February next year. Do you subscribe to this election, or do you subscribe to Chief Abiola carrying the banner of SDP?
I don't think there's no election that can be so much successful than the one we did in 12 June 1993, which I hope is the best one in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned. I've been in Nigeria for the past at least near to 60 years, and there's no democracy or anything they've been able to do well than the 12 June election.
For instance, if Abiola should form his own government, do you subscribe to this?
If he forms his own, no, having two separate governments in Nigeria, I don't think two separate governments cannot be, the only solution is for one to give out for another. That's the only solution, one to give out for another.
Supposing the interim remains there and insists on fresh election?
If he remains there, I don't think there's any fresh election we can do that can be successful than the one of 12 June. Because the person they are going to use as an electoral officer will dance to the, to the party, the man in power, the person in power. So we dance to that one. So there's no election that we can do that will be so much successful than the one of 12 June.
No more election. No.
Okay, all right, ma'am.
No more election. By doing any election, we are wasting our economy, and we are all fed up. No more, no going back again.
Okay, madam.
We wait for the June 12 election.
Madam,
yes.
What, in your own view, is the implication of Chief Abiola's return to the country?
We want him to be back to the country, and he is still the president of this country.
What do you think should be done
Elected
now?
President of this country.
What do you think should be done now that he's here?
Now
that he's there, what do you think should be done?
The only thing to do is to wait and see what, if we don't go out on the election day, if they say they are going to do election, we don't come out. And we wait for what they are going to do.
So how does he get there? How does he get there?
By holding on and waiting for what they will do. When we don't elect anybody again.
No, they should invite him.
What if the interim government insists on president?
We don't want any interim governments again. He should be invited and be the president of this Nigeria. We are fed up. We are fed up entirely.
Thank you. Yes.
Last card, you're not to join.
What in your own view is the implication of Chief Abiola's return to the country?
Well, I'm very happy since he's back to the country, and I think he should. Since he's back to the country, he should go for his seat. That's if since June 12th election, they elected him as a president, he should definitely go for his seat. That's all my view about it.
What do you think should be done? How does he get there?
He should make up with his members, at least should come together. He should call SDP, NRC people together. They should come together and they should plan it. Since everybody in Nigeria wants him to be the president, everybody in the country wants him to be the president, they've given him the seat, he should just go for it. At least if he comes out in protesting, all Nigerians will be happy to join him for the protest.
Do you subscribe to Chief Abiola forming his own government?
No, I don't think he's not. I'm not happy about it. For him forming his own government.
What's your view about the interim national government?
My view, I think, since papers said that the interim government is just for part-time, just for that. So since Abiola is back, I think he should go and settle out things with the president and his people around him, the interest people. By then everything will be okay.
But the interim government is insisting on a fresh election.
I don't think any Nigerian as of now wants any election. Because of suffering and everything. I don't think. Someone like me, I'm not going back for any election.
Carried.
What in your own view is the implication of Chief Abiola's return to the country?
For one, we accept him for his return. We were expecting him to come back. And his return, we are happy he is back to the country. That's the general view of that. But in the other way around, if he wouldn't have come back, the tension would have still been there. But he's coming back now. We think he is part and parcel of system of the government.
Okay, what do you think should be done? What step do you think should be taken now about the present political stalemate?
What happened there is an error has been committed. Error in the sense that the June 12th election has been annulled. Now, what we expect is Shoneko is the head of the interim government. The problem now lies if Shoneko will go back to June 12th election. Now, his going back to June 12th election will depend if he will decide to shift the decision to the two houses to debate. Now, if he shifts it to the two houses to debate, then it is the two houses now that will compel him to go back to June 12th. Apart from that, there is nothing he can do.
Okay, some people are saying that Chief Abiola should form his own government. Do you subscribe to this?
His forming his government is nothing. Where is he going to form his government? For one, we have interim government. Okay? Except they tell him, now you are the president. Then he will form his government. But whereby he is not given that mandate. If he forms his government, he is indirectly looking for trouble. Because I am telling you that, forget about we are having interim government. If Abiola makes a noise or form his own government, without the notice or without the approval of the interim government, is going to get it hot.
Okay, do you support a fresh election?
One, it depends on how you can educate the general public. They went out on the June 12th to vote. Now, if we are able to tell Nigerians to please forget the June 12th and go back to the poll. If they accept it, they will go. But one thing there should be, now, because of that ban, they should remove that clause. Let everybody come in. The everybody I'm talking about is Abiola himself. If they leave that ban, Abiola come in, the general public will go and vote because of him. But whereby he is not given that mandate, well, I doubt how they were able to educate the public to go back and vote.
Okay. What's your own opinion about the interim national government?
Well, they are trying to educate us. They are trying to see if they can be able to keep everything. They have been able to put things in order. So if they are able to put things in order, they are trying.
His arrival, I would say, is a good omen to this country. As you can observe, when he was out, the whole country was blown up. The whole country was in a very high tension. And I think, in my own view, that the June 12th issue should be given to him if we want things to be normalized in this country. Without giving him the mandate, the problem will still be lingering for a very long time.
So what should be the next step?
The next step, he has to go into dialogue with the interim government and they should arrive at a consensus. The consensus should be the mandate of June 12th.
Okay, a fresh election has been fixed for February. So do you subscribe to this?
Practically, we all know the fresh election, nothing is going to work out. A section of this country is aggrieved. They will not participate in the next election. That is obvious. Yes. There's no point we start deceiving ourselves. We should stick to the June 12th issue because we have no reason for annulling the June 12th. And without handing over to MKO Abiola, the problem of this country will still be lingering. I insist, election or no election, it will never work out.
What do you think of the interim national government?
The interim national government, they are there trying to pacify Nigerians, trying to mend fences. But as far as I'm concerned, they are not doing anything. Look at fuel crisis. Look at the whole transport situation. There's no unity even in the army. So which job will they say they are doing? They should hand over to a democratically elected president and things will start moving forward.
How do you think they can achieve this?
They should go into dialogue, like I've said earlier on. And the dialogue should end to June 12th issue. Simple. It's not by violence. It's not by rioting. I believe in dialogue and they will have arrived at a good result.
What view is the implication of Chief Abiola's return?
I believe by the way the people received him, that there will be certain changes in the political situation of the country. For instance, you could see the large crowd that turned out to welcome him at Ikeja. And everybody now, even the government media that has been ignoring news about him, have started looking at him and quoting him in a lot of things he has been saying. And wherever he goes around the country now, people have been welcoming him, which shows that the people are ready to accept him.
Okay, what do you think should be done next?
The logical thing is that Chief Shonekan should hand over to him. That is what most people in the country want.
How?
Well, I don't know. Dialogue is the only thing they can do now. Nobody wants war, nobody wants to fight. They can just talk, then find a way for him to hand over.
But Chief Shonekan and his co-members of the interim national government, they are insisting on a fresh election. Do you subscribe to this?
If a fresh election, if there's an attempt for them to hold a fresh election in this country, I'm afraid it will be a gross failure. The one we had last time was the freest and the fairest in the history of this country. If they try another election, I'm not sure anybody will come out to vote.
Okay, what's your impression about the interim national government?
I don't subscribe to it. It's not a government at all. It's not a government. It's really what one could call an extension of the Babangida administration.